Hey, back on the Drama CD channel. Tonight, we'll be discussing a moment that truly left the public speechless, an incident that even now remains a hot topic in the entertainment world. A moment unimaginable, yet it happened right before everyone's eyes. Amidst the flashing lights, the flashes of cameras, and hundreds of pairs of unblinking eyes, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo stood side by side. The public event began as usual, filled with formal smiles and polite greetings typical of A-list celebrities. No one could have imagined that the next few seconds would turn into history, shaking the entertainment industry. As the music died down and the atmosphere calmed, Xiao Zhan suddenly stepped closer, their previously safe distance vanishing. Wang Yibo looked shocked. His eyes widened for a moment, as if trying to comprehend what was happening. But before anyone could react, Xiao Zhan did something that surprised everyone. In public, in front of the cameras, amidst the spotlight of international media, Xiao Zhan kissed Wang Yibo. Time seemed to stop. The crowd froze. Some people fell silent, while others instinctively covered their mouths in disbelief. There was no script, no cues, just a heavy, meaningful silence. The cameras, which had been moving swiftly, suddenly faltered. Journalists looked at each other, ensuring that what they were seeing wasn't an illusion. Social media exploded in seconds, with Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's names immediately topping the trending topics. Fans worldwide were hysterical. Some screamed with joy, others cried in disbelief, and many were glued to their screens, replaying the video over and over, trying to find answers to every tiny movement. Xiao Zhan himself appeared calm afterward. His face showed no remorse, but rather an inexplicable determination. He stood tall, as if ready to face whatever consequences his actions might bring. Wang Yibo, on the other hand, seemed silent. A faint smile appeared on his lips, not his usual formal smile, but rather a smile filled with emotion, as if harboring a long, untold story. The moment not only shook fans, but also divided public opinion. Some called it extraordinary courage, while others considered it a reckless move that risked their careers. Speculation abounded. Was this an expression of feelings they had been hiding? Or was it a symbol of resistance against the pressures of the entertainment industry that had been stifling freedom? The agency chose to remain silent. There was no official statement, no clarification. This silence only fueled curiosity and fueled public speculation. What should have been a routine promotional event turned into the most dramatic confessional of the year. One simple kiss, yet its impact was felt across countries and cultures. For some fans, the moment was the validation of long-held hopes. For others, it was the beginning of a new chapter filled with uncertainty. But one thing is certain, that night will never be forgotten. The entertainment world had witnessed a moment beyond any script ever written. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, with one brief act, successfully created history that will continue to be talked about, analyzed, and debated for a very long time. After that night, the impact felt like a long wave that never subsided. Every old interview was brought up again, every past glance reanalyzed, as if the public were piecing together puzzle pieces that had been scattered and meaningless. The few seconds of video became a symbol. It wasn't just about the kiss, but about the courage to transcend unwritten boundaries that had long confined expression and feeling behind the perfect image of a star. Behind the scenes, those closest to them were said to be shocked. Some said the backstage atmosphere became silent. Others said the tension was so thick it was hard to breathe. Everyone knew that one moment would change everything. The fans began to be divided, not by hatred, but by overwhelming emotions. Hope, fear, happiness, and worry mixed together, creating a sea of emotions that were difficult to describe in simple words. The international media didn't want to miss out. Headlines filled various entertainment portals, hailing the event as one of the boldest and most mysterious moments in modern Asian entertainment history. On the other hand, there was a silence that felt the loudest. There were no follow-up posts, no personal explanations, as if Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo had agreed to let the world speak for itself without their interference. This silence raised deeper questions. Was this their way of taking back control of their own life narratives? Or was it a form of protection, a pause before a bigger storm? Whatever the answer, one thing is undeniable. That night blurred the lines between reality and drama. Real life felt like a scene too intense to be mere coincidence. And to this day, every time their names are mentioned in a sentence, the image of that moment always resurfaces, reminding us that sometimes a single second of courage is enough to change everything. Time passes, but the echo of that incident refuses to fade. Each of their public appearances afterward is shrouded in curiosity, as if the public is waiting for the slightest hint that could give new meaning to the moment that occurred. Eye contact that was once considered normal is now read as a secret language. A brief smile, the distance between their stances, even the direction of their steps on the red carpet become endless topics of discussion. Some fans choose to remain silent, enjoying the story without any demands. For them, this moment is proof enough that human emotions cannot always be controlled by contracts or image. But others are worried, thinking about the pressure that may now be far greater than ever. The entertainment world is indeed glamorous, but behind it lies a high price to pay for honest action. Each day that passes without clarification only emphasizes one thing: not every story needs an explanation. Sometimes silence is the loudest answer one can give. That night seemed to be the dividing line between before and after. Before, they were two stars with stories constantly separated by rumors. Afterward, they were two names bound by one indelible moment. Was this the end of a secret, or the beginning of a bigger story? No one knows. What is clear is that the public has seen something real, raw, and unfiltered. This drama is not mere gossip, nor is it mere sensationalism. She is a mirror of the emotions, courage, and pressures that live behind the glitz and glamour of celebrity. And here we are, at Drama CD, continuing to explore every second, every hint, and every possibility of this moment that left the world speechless. Stay tuned, because this story is definitely not over yet.